Okay, here we are, August 22nd. We arrived at Pagosa Springs and we got checked in, got our horses checked in, ate lunch, and we were supposed to have orientation at 4. So there's all the trailers, and up that direction is where they check you in and unload all your stuff and then bring you down and park the trailer and take your horse and get all your things organized. So it's very pretty out here. It's a little windy right now. There's kind of a view of the whole thing. I'm way up on top of the hill. Our cabin is way far away from here, so it's quite a walk. There's my truck, and there's everybody else's trucks and trailers. Okay, this is the view from our cabin, which is a really pretty view. Kind of overlooks all the Pirelli pins and stuff, and then here we come around, and believe me, this is a long climb up to our cabin, but this is our little cabin. Whoops. Sorry about that. Cabin number 3. So there's 4 of us in here. We're sharing this with a 15-year-old girl and a 28-year-old girl. And just a minute and I'll take you inside. Okay, here's the inside of our cabin. You can see we have bunk beds. I get the top bunk, and Pam has the bottom bunk, and then those 2 girls, and that's about it. There is a loft up here, but goodness, I don't know how you'd ever get things up there. So, it's not very big, but I guess it's serviceable. And then you come out here, and this is our front porch. And there's paths going up further to other cabins, which I'm grateful we don't have to go up to those. It's hard to make it up to this one. And then the path goes down, and then there's, on the other side of those trees, are pins for the horses. Okay, now we're going from our cabin, and we're walking down the trail, and it goes clear around, and then the horse pens are down here. And that's a view of all the mountains and pretty scenery. That's a shot of the big top, and I believe that's Pat and Linda Pirelli down there. Whoops, sorry, it's kind of shaky up here. And because I'm way up on the hill, I'm a long ways from where they are. Here's a view of all their horse pens. And Cody and Annie are straight up the hill. They're the very last ones. There's Cody clear at the end, and there's Annie walking over to him. They really seem to get along pretty good. They have lots of neighbors. And then down there is where you eat lunch, and the tack room is right there, that first little building. And there's a pond over there further, and they give lessons down there in the round pen. That house right there is Pat and Linda Pirelli's. And right, that second building is where we ate lunch. And back up in there are the cabins. Hi, Cody. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? You gonna come over here and see me? Yeah. You had a long trip here, haven't you? Okay, there's Cody again and Annie. And then there's looking down the hill, and there's another big top that you can ride in. Cody's pen is right next to all these trees. So it's got a pretty view. Actually, he and Annie are supposed to be, we put them in the wrong pens. They're supposed to be switched, but I don't guess it makes any big difference. Cody loves to slosh in the water. He's drinking molasses water. He played in a whole big barrel of it when I first brought him. Is that good, Cody? Is that good? Now he's going to eat some of his alfalfa pellets. Yum, yum. He was such a good boy on this trip. He loaded good, and he was calm in the trailer, even during a big hailstorm. I never saw anybody that liked to play in their water like he does, though. I have a big pond, so I'm anxious to get him down there to see if he wants to go swimming. There's a class going on down in that round pen right now, and then over there is the pond that you can take your horses to later on. And that's our little tack room right there. Down there is where you get your food and take your horse to water. And then again, there's all the horses. There's our cabin right there. And this is the lodge where we ate all of our meals. There's the front door. You get your plates, and then it's all buffet style, and they have all the food set up over there. And that's where we met. We had our orientation right in there. And also at the very end of class. And there's a gentleman that's 75 years old taking these classes. Back there is our cubby holes where you're assigned a certain one, and that's where you keep all your toiletry items. And back there's the kitchen. And then on back here are the restrooms and showers. So all these people are obviously taking longer courses because they're not leaving today. They have these collage of pictures of this place hanging everywhere, so it's kind of interesting to look at those. This is out the back door of the lodge. It may be a little dark this morning, but maybe I'll be able to come back and get a better picture of it. Over there is the Corral Grande, where we did a lot of our classes. There's where we did the campfire right there. Well, this is Saturday morning, and we're getting all packed up, ready to leave. There's our tack room. Pam's in there getting her stuff out. I got my stuff out on the front porch so they can pick it up. There's some horse pens down that way. There's the round corrals. It's got a panoramic view from the tack room. Now you see why it's in. We always have to walk uphill. Everything's uphill. There's more horse pens. And there's the water tanks where we bring them to water. And they love molasses water. We found that out. They don't even drink the regular water now. This is from the tack room heading straight up to where our cabin is. And it's all straight uphill. And then back over here are the other horse pens where our horses are. Go alongside the tack room here. And there's a horse looking at me. Cody's probably wondering where his breakfast is. We haven't quite made it there yet. And unfortunately, our pen is the very last one, and naturally it's all uphill. Let me see if I can get a closer. Whoops, not that horse. There's Cody, clear at the end somewhere. There he is. He's hiding behind the tree. Whoa. And he's got his head down. There he comes. He's saying, "Where is breakfast?" And then back behind his pen is all the woods, the forest, the pretty trees. And then looking down from his pen are more pens. There's some horses playing. Oops, there's one right at me. And then there's the wheelbarrows. We go over there to get those. And then this is going from our pens back to our tack room. So there's one covered area where we could ride, but we didn't ride in that one. And there's Pat's house. And there's a pond. And there's a hill, another little path going up to the cabins. And we are back to the horse pens. So we're getting ready to leave, so I guess I better go get my horse fed. That Palomino and that horse play all the time. I was hoping they would rear up like they were doing, but oop, there's two back there that are. This area right here is what they call the Savvy Park. And that's where we were playing with our horses when they filmed us that morning. Making them go up on things and just doing all kinds of stuff. Sorry about that. There's one of the roads leading up into the mountains. I always wanted to ride up there, but we just never did seem to have time to do that. Lots and lots of little roads going up into the mountains. Here's the inside of the tack room, which really isn't very big when you have as many people as we had in here. But a lot of people have left, so it's making it a lot easier to get our stuff out. There's Pam getting her saddle ready. Hey Cody, what are you doing? He's got his little blankie on. He's ready to go home, I think. Hi, bud. Oh, I'm sorry. My camera is scaring him. And this is the view. The sun's coming up. Looks so pretty over there with the clouds. This is straight up from his pen.